For today's episode of Transformers Forged to Fight, I want to clear through Act 3, Chapter 4, and, finish up this act in terms of its story mode. I want to also preface something before I dive into it. Most of my videos are pre-recorded. As I've said before in comments that I've responded to, this game is a subscription-based game, and I have to pay a certain fee every month to keep playing it. Unfortunately, this is how this version of the game could be accessible. Um, so if I talk about certain things that are old news by the time the video goes up, I apologize because this was recorded, at a different point of time and scheduled to go up at a later date. So, yeah. And if you notice there's like a difference in my levels or my energon or whatever, all that stuff, like there's a discrepancy that's different in each episode. Again, it's because this is all pre-recorded. And I do play this game when I'm not recording it, but I don't play it like an addict where I'm like no lifing like crazy. Okay, I don't do that. Um, just wanted to clarify that for those who were curious if they were noticing something different. Um, and the reason why I pre-record most of these episodes is because I also want to make sure that I have videos going up. So yeah. All right. Let's start the first quest, shall we? And oh, as you can see, I also have a full team now of 4 stars, which is really cool. Um, I did run out of ISOs, so I can't get Chromia to rank 5, and also I need more gold to get her to rank 5, so I gotta start farming more. All right, what does this say? Blaster, you feeling better now, Beastie Bot? Optimus Primal or Primal for the informal. Thank you. I'm starting to feel more like myself. Things are looking dire, and that sinister stuff you were spouting don't exactly settle my fried nerves. Agreed. I can only remember the edges of it now, like a dream fading away, but I know something evil is awaiting us in this world. Well, Megatron was looking for it, so it must be bad, but what is he looking for? The planet holds many secrets and a past shaped by the ancient primes. I do not know exactly what he seeks, but I know we must stop him. Speaking of the ancient primes, and again, by the time this video goes up, there's going to be old news. So, at the time of recording this, um, and of course, if you do keep up with Transformer news in general, then you know that Hasbro, announced a Age of the Primes toy line. So this is another one that's part of their main series of Transformer toys, such as like Legacy, Legacy United, and all the War for Cybertron trilogy stuff. So I think this one is very focused on the primes. Now, the first couple reveals that they shown are pretty cool. So we're getting Solus Prime. She's going to be a deluxe class, if I remember correctly. And I think this is probably the first time she is being made into a figure. I don't exactly know. Got to level 40. Hey, I don't know who they made and who they haven't made into figure form. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So, to me, this is her first figure that I've seen of. Maybe they've made one in the past. I mean, they've made plenty of other characters in the past, so who knows? But, yeah, this is a really cool one. I really like her vehicle mode, and I like the fact that she has her hammer because if you remember Transformers Prime, they did bring up her name. And they needed what was it, the hammer or something to fix Optimus, and that's what Mirage did in that show. Wait, was it Mirage? I think it was Mirage. I already forgot that character's name. No, it's been too long. Okay, so yeah, the I think it was called the Forge of Solus Prime. I could be completely wrong, but yeah. Um, the other one is Prima Prime, which I've never heard of. I don't know all the names of the original 13 primes, except for like Megatronus. Who else is there? Nova Prime. Zeta Prime is definitely another one that I heard of the name for. And Vector Prime, he's in there. Does he count? I'm assuming he's in there, right? Because he was in the Transformers Cybertron TV show. Uh, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't remember the other ones, but yeah, Prima Prime I've never heard of, but pretty cool to see that he's also getting released in figure form, and he is a Voyager class from what I can remember, and his vehicle mode looks kind of interesting. I like that they're all like alien vehicles, like they don't look like anything that's Earth-based, because of course, the 13 original primes are ancient. So they were around before humans were around, I guess, in terms of the story. um, yeah, pretty cool. Um, and of course, the Titan class. Wait, no, no, no. Before we talk about Titan class, talk about leader class. So now we can move on to the leader class. The leader class for this particular wave is Megatronus, and I'm not gonna lie, this Megatronus looks very different. Like, I don't know. I know like he's had many different designs over the years because in the of course like the live action movie, the Michael Bay movie, The Fallen is Megatronus, for those who don't know. Um, very different design right there, right? And then in this game, which if I remember correctly, they took the design from the Titans Return version. If you remember that Transformers show that was produced by, I believe, Machinima at the time, there was an episode where Megatronus shows up, and it's literally the same design as the one we are looking at right now in front of me in this game. And this is the one that I pictured as Megatronus for a long time. Like I've never thought of like any other design outside of like the Fallen from the movie. Um, and I still don't know if they ever made this one into a figure. Probably, probably not. But this new one is so different. Like I don't ever picture him looking like that. It's kind of like what happened with Transformer One, where they showed what Megatronus looks like in that movie, and he has like the Decepticon logo as his face because it's a reference to I believe his name was Tarn. Um, but this one, his face literally reminds me of a Zurg from Buzz Lightyear, kind of with the grill style mouth. It's so different from how I envision Megatron's to look like. Like if it's not the Decepticon logo as his head, or his face, it's something else. But this one is just so different, and it's interesting to see. So yeah. Once we get back to base, I will do a memory scan and see what we can find in that fuzzy head of yours. Fascinating. Not a tool I was aware we had. Is it safe? Safer than letting Megatron keep his secrets. Now we just need to get moving. And then, and then, and then you can redirect to the Quintessons and let them know exactly what you've been up to. Sound Blaster, whatever those five-faced freaks are paying you, it's not worth it. Says the group not offering a single slice of energon for my troubles. I'm compensated just fine, don't worry. Now then, follow me or get dragged behind. Either way, you're going where I say. Okay. Seems like he doesn't like us, and he's a mercenary, so it makes sense that he doesn't want to be on our side. Okay. Well, melee damage. But yeah, he also turns into a tank, which is kind of funny because it seems like a lot of the recent stuff when it comes to Transformer toys, they just love making them turn into tanks, don't they? Megatron has always been a tank ever since the movies, gave him a tank mode. But Megatronus, though, I thought he would at least be like maybe a plane or something, but no, he has a tank form. Um, so yeah. um, but probably a figure that I will pick up maybe in the future. I don't know. But I really do want the other two primes first. with Megatronus, I mean, he is part of the primes. I do need him in my collection, right? But he is also a leader class, and leader classes are not cheap. So and also Voyagers are expensive now as well. So I gotta decide where I spend the money on because, as I said before, my main figure line is still DC Multiverse. Okay, so I don't want to branch too into the other lines like crazy right away. Especially if they don't sell out, then I have time to wait for a sale. So, all right, let's read this. Laserbeak has returned from his reconnaissance mission. The Autobots continue their pursuit, but the Quintessons are also on alert. Do I care? Hardly. Once we attain what we seek, their demise is imminent. With respect, I wish I shared your confidence. Never question me. We're going big, and the Enigma is the key. Now get your bird back in the air. I have a mission for him. Oh, you have a mission for him. Okay, that's never good. You know what? I'm gonna try one of these 5-star lanes. Let's try this one. Let's see how it goes. I'm pretty sure I can do this. At least the lower combat power ones. Maybe not the 10,000s that I saw in the corner over there. Block proficiency. Oh no, that's not fun. All right, so that was Megatronus. That was a leader class, and then they revealed the Titan class, or yeah, that's what they're calling Titan class, I believe, which is the Optimus Prime. I don't remember the actual name. Something with star in it. Um, this one's interesting. So this Optimus is not only just like Optimus Prime with a robot mode and a vehicle mode, he also has like a base mode, which is kind of funny because his upper head and his upper torso becomes like the centerpiece of the base mode, and then you have a tiny Autobot, which I don't remember the name. I think it's either Rodimus or Hotshot. I could be wrong. Um, Kind of like the tiny dude inside. It's kind of funny because I know they made a lot of Transformers like this, especially for Optimus as well. But it is kind of fun to see something like this again for an Optimus Prime figure, and yeah, it looks really cool. Um, but also, again, very expensive. Something that I hope can go on sale one day and I don't have to pay full price for it. But I have a feeling that one might get sold out pretty quickly because, there are certain Transformer items that people will buy right away the moment it goes up for pre-order, and then, you know, it'll never come back in stock for a while and all that stuff. So if this sold out, I would not be surprised at all. But I think those were the ones that caught my attention. Oh, wait, no, 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 no. There's one more. There's I think it's a combiner. Um, the aerial bots for the Autobots. They have a what do you call it? Combiner mode for was it Superion? Was that his name? Yeah, that thing. I don't know anything about that character, but yeah, they're also doing that too. So they did show the first, I guess, piece of the puzzle you need to build him. I think it was Silverbolt. Um, Pretty cool. That got announced, and yeah, it's funny because I've been looking at the memes online, and everybody's just like spamming the what do you call it 2025, the year that my wallet goes broke. It's like, especially if you're like a Transformer fan who's like really into collecting Transformer figures. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the budget's gonna be going through that roof, especially with everything they showed at this particular like what's it called, Hasbro Pulse Live thing, whatever they did, where they unveiled this new line, and also they already unveiled some stuff previously that you had to pre-order, right? For example, the first two pieces of the Studio Series, or yeah, Studio Series 86 Devastator, which that by itself is already expensive because one of the pieces is a Voyager and the other one is a Deluxe. So yeah, it's man, all these things are so costly. And I'm not gonna lie, I want all of these figures. I want to build that Devastator. I want to build that Superion. I want to get all these primes, but I can't do it right now. I just can't. I gotta focus on. Oh no, I am fumbling. Um. Oh no, I am fumbling. Okay. Well, I make mistakes. All right. I'm not perfect. Um. Let me revive Cheetor. Let's do that. That was not supposed to happen, but it did. It's okay. As I was saying, yeah, it's like a lot of a lot of the things that they revealed are getting, costly as of late, especially with everything just jumping up in price. And since I have like one particular line that I'm so focused on, and I have to like allocate my budget to that line more because that is the main thing that I collect. Yeah, I gotta, be very picky and choosy. Like, do I actually need these figures or can I just wait? I like to play the waiting game because sometimes you do kind of make this clearly I suck today. I can't play and talk at the same time. I'm not gonna revive Cheetor. We're gonna end this with someone else. A certain um okay, as I was getting back to my point. So we get like this thing called buyer's remorse where I don't know if it's buyer's remorse or just a regret. Maybe they mean the same thing. Where you regret pre-ordering something right away because you realize in a year or so that item comes back in stock and then it's gradually drops to a very low price and you ask yourself, why the hell did I spend the money that I did pre-ordering this thing when I could have waited? It's like some sort of regret thing. And ever since I've had that happen a few times when I started like getting back into the hobby, I don't even pre-order much figures anymore unless it's like something that I just really want right away and I have no regrets like pre-ordering it even if I know that it will drop in price, right? So, yeah. Um that's basically my whole thing with that is right now they're like luring you being like, "Hey, you know, you can pre-order it because there's a chance it could sell out. But then a couple months later, you come back and look at the page, it's still in stock for pre-order, and you're like, well, it didn't sell out. It came back. So, yeah. But with Transformer stuff, though, some of them do actually sell out. Like, they're gone. Gone, gone. So, yeah, there's that. All right, that was annoying. I do not like fighting the Wheeljack, especially when I'm not using a class advantage, but it's okay. Um, so we'll see, I guess. Something else that I was thinking about, this is just like just thoughts, all right? Since I do review content on this channel now, right? As of lately, I do want to maybe branch out what I review, and I've been slowly branching out, reviewing other things that isn't always DC Multiverse. Slowly. And I was thinking about maybe doing some reviews for some Transformer figures that I picked up recently, and even some that I've already had before, but I just want to talk about them because, well, I want to put my own opinion on these figures, right? And I was thinking that maybe I'll make some videos. Problem is, I don't remember how to transform these figures, like, exactly properly. And I don't know if I want to show it in a video. Maybe these are just ideas that are floating in my mind because since I do play this game quite often, might as well talk about Transformer toys as well in my figure reviews potentially. We'll see. But yeah, it's just an idea. Uh, and I have other ideas for other videos that I want to make that are, of course, related to my hobby. but they're not reviews. It's more like topic videos. I think I might have mentioned this like maybe in another episode of Forza Fight. Oh, that was too early. Um, but I haven't actually made a topic video yet because I actually have no clue how I'm going to film it. I think it's going to be the same way as I film most of my reviews, but I'm going to just have the camera like pointed at the backdrop. So, man, I'm just really bad. You know, I've been bad at playing this game ever since we came back. Like, I am just absolute ass at this game right now. My skills have deteriorated like really badly. I'm like noticing that should have not even taken that long to do. Honestly, that was horrible. Maybe it is actually the balance that I can't talk and play at the same time. I don't know. I've noticed that I'm just really freaking bad today. Usually these tiny little mistakes I don't even do. Yeah, it's okay. I can't be perfect at anything, you know? There's no such thing as perfection. We're always gonna fumble. Um, Moan. Okay. I'm just gonna block that. Yeah, I don't even want to freaking risk it. There we go. Oh! Yeah, take that. Oh, he almost pulled that off. Oh no. Use your SP2. No, don't use your no. Oh, oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Please. Nullify, nullify. Get in there. You gotta be aggressive with this one. Okay, there we go. Cool, cool, cool. All right, Rodimus, you are next. But yeah, that is basically, I guess, what my thoughts are on those new Age of Crimes Transformers stuff that they announced. Really cool. Um, and what else is there? Oh, so I guess the same month that this news dropped, um, was there anything else that got announced recently at the time of this recording? I can't remember. Man, this is the problem with like having a cold is oh no, he's stun immune. I forgot that. Oh no. Oh no, that was a mistake. No, 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 don't use your super. Don't use your super. No. Okay, well. I can survive the hit. That didn't do anything to me. Oh, it did, but no, no. Okay, there we go. I'm so bad. Okay, all right, going back to my point. So yeah, as I was saying, oh wait, before I say that point, let's read this. Looks like we got a target on our back, and every baddie on planet is aiming at it. We better hurry back to base. This would go faster if you had wheels. Just saying, the truck mode on a leader was rather useful. My conversion form had a specific use. The energon radiation where we landed was so extreme that we chose beast forms too. There is a big beast bot. Me, Grimlock, hear about you. Many saying new big bad beasts to best brawlers. That is a bunch of. I don't even want to know how you pronounce that. Baloney. Well, hello there, Grimlock. You are indeed a legend. No Maximo would say any different. Say one thing. Show whole other thing. Me show that me, Grimlock, best fighter around. Yeah, there's no reasoning with that big guy. When he gets like this, just give him a good fight so we can keep moving. Will you, Commander? Okay. Yeah, so at the time of recording this, I am like recovering from a cold. It's not like a severe cold. It's just like a regular seasonal cold. But whenever this happens, my mind becomes all mushy. You know, like when you're sick, you just can't think of anything. And But because I'm feeling a little bit better, I was like, I still want to record something. You know, I got to record some videos. I have the time, and might as well. So I do apologize if I'm not at my, 100% optimal sort of like, yeah, whatever you call that word. See, I can't even think of a word right now. Oh, all right. Let's move on to the third section. Do you believe in fate, Soundwave? Well, I believe in fate. Fate does not equate. Why? Oh, of course, he does not. Because a valuable piece to our puzzle stumbled their way here. A Predacon has been spotted nearby. We need to find our way to him. The one known as Scorponok. I did register them earlier. They were a smaller class of bot than their original namesake. One of his compatriots, my flies, indicate a mighty warrior of the skies, a fearless fighter and loyal member of the cause, Waspinator. Oh, it may be wise to update and re-examine some of your ancient files. You have become increasingly doubtful of my plans, Soundwave. It is not a trend I wish to see continue. Of course, Lord Megatron. You order and I obey. The one known as Waspinator shall contact. Oh no, shall be contacted to join our cause. All right. I'm gonna take the 4-star lane this time. Honestly, doesn't matter what lane I'm gonna take because I'm gonna 100% all of this sooner or later, of course, in the future. So might as well. Oh, right. Here's another thing I can talk about. Maybe I talked about this in another video, but yeah, it was like a little bit ago when they announced that new Transformer mobile game. I feel like I talked about this. Whatever, we'll talk about it again. Because I can't remember like anything else that's on the top of my mind. But yeah, that game I heard is like a turn-based style game, and I don't. I remember reading like a comment in their like trailer video or teaser trailer video, like basically like announcing that this game is coming next year of 2025. And I read one of the comments and someone was asking like, please don't fail this game. Um, please like try to live up to like making it as good as Transformer Force of Fight or something. Like I don't remember how the comment read. Shout out to that guy. I don't remember the name of the commenter, but I really hope that that game can like last for a long time. I really do because you know when it comes to like these Transformer mobile games, there has been no other game that I've enjoyed more than this one. And I know some people are into Earth Wars, and Earth Wars is not a bad game if you like base builders, but I personally don't enjoy base builder games as much as I used to. So when this game came out, and I think Earth Wars came out after this game too. So when this game came out like first, right? Because they've had other Transformer games on the phone before. I think I've mentioned this one, Transformers Battle Tactics, which was a game that I played back then. It was a really fun game. But when that game closed, um, I don't remember when it closed, but it kind of left a void, and I was like, well, there has been no other Transformer game that has been fun, and the two that I love the most. I mean, I can't play those games every single time, you know. Like once in a while, I'll come back and replay War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, but they're solo player games or single player games. I mean, so they're not meant to be. They're not live service. What I'm trying to get at. But when most of these other Transformer games that I've been exposed to for a long time are live service games that are constantly being updated, having new content every single month, you have to invest time into the game, right? And when this game stopped doing that, it became boring to me, and that's why I stopped playing for those 4 years after. It was just like an on and off cycle. So I'm hoping that with this new game, they keep those updates consistent. they don't do anything stupid to ruin the game, because I don't know what studio is making this game. They just have the license to the Transformer IP, and I really hope they do not fumble, because you know. And look, the two other games that have been gone from the stores for a long time, they are coming back from what I know, because it's been reported that they are bringing them back. Whether it's like a remaster of the graphics or something, I have no clue. But I for sure, if they do changes to those two old games by the graphic fidelity or whatever, I will probably record them again and have commentary. Um, but it's gonna be a while, because, as I've said before, I tried to record Elden Ring. That didn't work out because there's some weird audio issues for some reason with the screen capture on my computer, which I've never had on my old laptop when it comes to the gaming laptops. So I have no clue what's happening there. Yeah. Optimus Primal, behold your greatest fear, Waspinator. The Predacons know that the point of alternative forms are to disguise ourselves, right? Are there bugs that big where you come from? Oh, where you're from. There are many massive pests that I have had to face, and Waspinator certainly counts himself amongst them. Megatron commands your destruction, and he will have it. Then all you, then all will know Waspinators, the mightiest of Predacons. We are dealing with an absurdity of egos upon this mission. Friend and foe alike demand their power levels get acknowledged. Yeah, well, there are big on numbers. Oh, they are big on numbers for strength and firepower, but I leave them in the dust for intelligence, courage, and skill. We can compare tech specs later. For now, we must deal with this puffed up Predacon so that I can get back to your base for a memory scan. Waspinator puffs nothing. If you want memories, you can remember that time you felt terror. Oh, terrorized. There's no I. Um, you looked upon your doom. Oh, I thought that said boom. No, it's doom. All right, Waspinator. Have we ever fought a Waspinator? Oh, no, I don't think so. Back then we have, but not in this version. I don't recall. Oh no, his range attacks are crazy. Oh no, they're aggressive. I mean, nothing that I can't handle, right? Oh, that was fast. I hate when they have like increased range speed. It's like so hard to deflect. Oh, wait, don't waste my super. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, he revives. All right, let's get to map 4. Megatron, perhaps I could be included on more details of our plan. Not that I do not trust your flawless leadership. Very well, knowing a plan is at least half of any conflict. Have you ever heard of the enigma of combination? It is an ancient device that creates, excuse me. It is an ancient device that creates the power to combine bots into a larger, mighty form. You think it is on this world? Some power is here, massive in scale, and I think it may be this enigma. It would give us the ability to create combinations at will. Astounding. I would like to volunteer for this opportunity and claim a spot amongst the upper torso, preferably not one of the limbs. We shall see what you earn. For now, continue exploring the caverns and send another Autobot corruption to the field. Our foes draw ever closer, and we need time to explore and claim what is ours. I have news of a recent conversion to our Dark Energon reprogramming. I am eager to see them face. Ultra Magnus shall be deployed. Oh, okay. Okay. Ultra Magnus. All right. But yeah, with this new game, I really hope that they don't fumble it, and they actually do keep the updates consistent, and just make it a fun turn-based game. Like, I know a lot of people might be disappointed with that. That might be, the offset right there is the fact that it is turn-based. It's not like Forge to Fight where it's action heavy like this, which, I'm not a fan of like turn-based games as something that I want to play all the time because I already play enough turn-based games as it is, right? Like FGO is technically turn-based. Um, Wait, I think that's the only one I play, right? Yeah, so, and I used to play other turn-based games too, and it's not like they're bad games. It's just, I think when there's too many of them, when you start playing all these games and then you realize that most of them are turn-based like crazy, where it's like round one, round two, round three, it kind of, gets a little bit boring. But if they can find a way to make it fun, which I hope they do, um, I will definitely do videos for this new Transformer game. Um, yeah, so. I hope that within this year or this coming year, 2025, we do start to see development with this game because the window, I believe, if I remember correctly, the launch month is at the end of 2025, which is crazy. So it's not even like the beginning, it's at the end. So it says like winter 2025, if I remember correctly. So hopefully like in the months between then, right? There are developments for the game where they start showing footage of like, early gameplay of what the game looks like, and then eventually have like a beta testing thing for the game for people to be able to try a demo run of like, what it's like. All that stuff, just like what Kabam did with Fortune Fight back in the day. So yeah, something that I'm really hoping that they do. So nevertheless, it's always nice to see something new for Transformers, whether it's toys, video games. Yeah, speaking of video games, the other one, uh, I haven't heard any development for it in terms of the news, but the Reactivate, whatever the name was called, that game, yeah, there hasn't been anything new shown for that yet. So don't know what's going on there. Um, but yeah, now I guess I can move on to another topic. That is going to be old news by the time anyone sees this video. Uh, what else do I want to talk about today? Oh, you know what? I'll talk about this. It's not news. It's just I've been I've been very grateful for everything I've been doing on this channel recently, and I'll probably make a proper video in the future to basically address this because all of you deserve to know. But in every one of my videos, I always say that I see you in the next one, right? That's how I end it, and ever since I came back and started doing this, I've just been really happy to be able to just express myself in my videos. And whether you tune in for like a few minutes, whether you tune in for the whole thing, it's all good. It doesn't matter when you tune in. To me, if you find my videos enjoyable regardless, I'm very grateful for that. And I'm grateful for, the support that I've been getting with the recent growth and everything that's been happening on this channel. It's something that I did not expect. And even during my inactiveness, and this is why, I had to come back, because even during my inactiveness, most of you still subscribe to my channel, even though I didn't upload anything. And at the time, I don't think I've ever said this in a video. I just didn't understand like what was going on because I was like, well, I don't because at the time I felt like I just wanted to quit. Like I didn't want to do anything anymore on the channel and I just didn't understand why, all this was happening. But now I look back and now having a sense of a direction for what I want to do going forward, I'm very grateful that every one of you still subscribed and still chose to comment on my videos. Even if you didn't subscribe and you commented on videos that were like older, it's amazing. And maybe some of you are probably confused because I did respond to most of those comments recently, like after all these years, and I do apologize for not like, looking at them beforehand when they were, posted. So, but just letting you all know, I'm very grateful for every one of you that has been, whether you're a returning viewer, a new viewer, old viewer, all that. So, I'll make a proper thank you video when I figure out how to do that. So, it'll be a really quick video, but again, always grateful for the support I've been getting lately. So, uh, I don't have any sub goals. I don't ever say that I do because I really don't. Like, I know some people, like to push like, oh, let's reach this goal. I really don't have any sub goals to do that to, so yeah. Okay, Primal's back at the base despite the efforts of the Decepticons, and Teletran is scanning his files for whatever is really behind all this. Such levels of corruption and control used so casually to corrupt our friends. It is a power that should be feared and locked away. Yes, who would dare to claim such power? Who would hold it to their chests? What matrix could possibly be trusted with it? Magnus, do you speak of the matrix of leadership? You know it's not a power that I chose, but rather one that chose me. I know you don't deserve it. You shouldn't have it. Only the worthy deserve power. I don't think you need to tell me. Oh, I don't think you need to. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but scans indicate that Ultra Magnus is under dark Decepticon control. I'd assume, but the confirmation is appreciated. Commander, please assist Magnus before he harms himself or others. So, yeah, I've never really planned out any sort of sub goals because I just, I don't really know what to do for that. Like, sh if I should make any sub goals, but, and I've said in a recent video, probably like a while ago now, that I don't know how to do, like, I want to do giveaways. I don't know how to do it properly because there's like actual rules to doing giveaways, like legality stuff recently that I've been noticing. It's not like a simple, like, okay, like if I were to make some sort of giveaway video, you know how most people just like say, oh, comment what your favorite thing is, and then they put the names of everybody who comments on like a wheel and they just spin it, and then whoever it lands on, they're like, okay, I will DM you for your information and then send it out, like all that stuff. Apparently, there's like a legality with that stuff where I'm scared to violate any laws. Okay, so if I can figure that out from someone who knows how to do this right, maybe I'll do a giveaway one day of something like maybe an action figure, whatever. I don't know. Though, like I've had these ideas, right, in terms of like, and these giveaway ideas are not related to sub goals. They're just something that I would do just to thank people, to thank all of you, giving back, I guess, because that's what a lot of people do on YouTube is whenever they reach some sort of like a certain number of growth, they do giveaways to kind of like, show appreciation for everybody who's stuck around. And yeah, I haven't figured that out yet, and it's not because I don't want to do them. It's because again, I watched some sort of video that talked about the legality stuff, and it's yeah. So I apologize if that hasn't been like something that I've really talked much into. So but nevertheless, I'll always say that I'm very thankful for everyone that has stuck around. So I owe it to all you guys, and I owe it to every one of you because even though when my channel was inactive, I kept, the numbers kept going up. So I'm not going to leave this time around. Especially since I'm not in school anymore, I got more time. And even if I do land a job, whenever that is in the future, I'll make time to prioritize on videos. So rest assured, I will not be gone. Until like maybe when I actually do quit, but I don't think I'll be gone. I think I can see myself doing this for quite what's the right word? For the foreseeable future, probably another 10 years. I don't know, that's a stretch, but who knows? It could be 10 years. So we'll see. All right, this is the second to last map. Let's get through this. And I apologize if these videos are long, but again, these have now became like podcast episodes on my channel, basically. Um, Scans are back, and the readouts are upsetting. Primal spotted something, all right, and Teletran had to triple check their results. Don't leave us in suspense. Cut to the chase. There is an ancient power on this planet older than any of us, like the origins of the universe, old. Anything that ancient represents a terrifying amount of potential both for creation and destruction. Megatron thinks he's chasing some artifact to give him a leg on us, but he may be unleashing a cosmic evil or ancient warrior. Then our path is clear. We must return to where Chromia and Primal were digging to seal off that chamber. Such powers belong hidden away. Let's make tracks, Commander. Bring your best squad. I have a feeling we got the jump on old Megatron, but not for long. Ooh. And what is that exactly? Let's find out what this ancient evil is. I have a feeling it's probably Megatronus. Like, what else would it be? What else can it be? Or maybe I could be wrong. On we go. All right. And I guess for like this final part of the video soon, because we're almost getting to the end here of Act 3, Chapter 4. I guess I could talk about like my hobby. What's been going on there? Well, by the time we see this, it'll be old news, of course. But I did pick up that Red Hood figure recently, right? So from the Dawn of DC, I did make a review for it already. So if you want to check that out, it's on the channel. Um, and I've been buying like a lot of stuff from Ross recently too, which actually let's talk about the Ross, like the whole Ross thing, because that's been crazy lately for me. Um, when I came back to this hobby, I did not know Ross would be the, the one, I don't know what the term is, but that whole like one-stop shop, let's call it that, for certain items that you just don't expect to see at a Ross ever. Like you don't ever envision these to ever be there, but they are. And it's when it comes to collectibles, right? And Ross has been insane. I've seen so many images of like people posting like what they found at Ross, and I haven't found some of those, but when I see them, I'm like, man, you found that at Ross? So, for example, like I'm still looking for that Omega versus Batman 2-pack, which is a gold label. It's an Amazon exclusive gold label too, and it's at Ross for like $10. I haven't seen that thing yet. And then the Ghosts of Krypton line art 4-pack, which is another gold label. And I'll tell you this, that 4-pack. So I've done a review for all the Ghosts of Krypton figures already. Um, and McFarlane also released this line art version where basically all these characters have the whole, line art style. The 4-pack retails for like $99, right? Which is very expensive. And also, both the Valzad and the Superman, they don't have their armor accessories. I don't think they do. So, I think it's just the base figures. I could be wrong. Point is, MCU Collector 24 made a short a while ago where he found both of those at his Ross. And I was like, what the? Because I never thought those would ever show up at a Ross. But again, that's the surprising thing about going to Ross is that you never expect any of these things to show up. And then sometimes when you find something you didn't expect to see there, you become surprised. And that is exactly what happened when I saw that short. I was like, man, now I gotta go hunting for this too, but it's gonna be a hard one. And the price for that 4-pack is $24.99. Somehow, something that retailed for $100 dropped that low. That's not a bad deal for a 4-pack of figures. Even if you're not into these repaints, but say that you are into them, but you don't want to spend $100, well, you find it at Ross. You're saving yourself $80+. So, yeah. The cavern was just over that clearing ahead. It seems strange, unguarded. Or maybe it's very guarded, but the guards are just good at their jobs. Oh. Motormaster, you're not good for anything but target practices as far as I'm concerned. Okay. We're roasting each other now. You must understand, the work the work the Decepticons are doing is corrupting this world, everyone on it, and possibly destroying time itself. I don't gotta understand but two things. Decepticons rule, Autobots are fools. It's possible we can't logic our way into understanding here, Prime. Roger that, Commander. Clear the road for us. Alright. And then what else did I find? Oh, and I made a few haul videos as of recent showing what I found at Ross as well. Like, for example, so during Black Friday, on the actual Black Friday day, I went to Ross at night and I found all those Pacific Rim page punchers. Like, they're it's just so random. It's like every time I go to Ross, there's always something new that I didn't spot before, and then I'm like, now these are showing up as well. Like, that's so cool. And if you watch like some of my haul videos, I think maybe the last one in particular, and then some of the things I posted, I've started buying Ninja Turtle stuff now because the Loyal Subjects company, they make TMNT figures, and it's not NECA, but it's like a different company. Um, their stuff is showing up at Ross. Yeah, I think it was the last two haul videos I made, and I did show some TMNT stuff in them. So. Report update. Significant progress has been made in our excavations. Shockwave believes our search for the Enigma may be in vain. The cavern relocated was not an artifact chamber. We believe it was a stasis chamber, one with inhabitants, ancient inhabitants. Now, this is interesting. This is an interesting turn of events. Are we sure it has no connection to the fable Enigma of Combination? It is too early to tell affirmatively, but we surmise this could be something or someone far more powerful. It's Megatronus. I too have found a new powerful ally. Shockwave has sent us his latest Decepticon reprogrammed. Time stolen recruit. Meet Dinobot. I live to serve, mighty Lord Megatron. A dinosaur bot of our own? Fascinating. He shall be displayed into the field immediately. Ooh, okay. Um, Yeah, like I've been buying like TMNT stuff recently a lot because I guess now I've realized that I have a craving for Ninja Turtle figures. It's kind of like my DC multiverse like obsession where I didn't have a lot of this stuff growing up, and then now I live in this period of time where, you know, newer and newer companies are making more figures for things that have existed and making them cooler. So I picked up a few Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff that were from this company, and then I also picked up my first like Playmate stuff too, because like the last haul video, which was like the most recent one, I showed those pizza tossing ones. Like they are like reissues of like the retro figures that came out, I believe, back in '94. I could be completely wrong, but pretty much a few years before I was even alive, right? So, um, yeah, really cool that I found those. So. Ross has just been one of those places where it's like every single time I make a trip out there, and it's not just that one Ross. Like every Ross that I go to, that is in my area that I can get to, it's been insane. There's always something new. This one has something the other one didn't have. It's all random. But the hunting for the items that I want to look for in particular, it's not easy because that's the problem with toy hunting at Ross is that you're not guaranteed to find that item. It's it's just random. one store has it, the other one doesn't. So it is, I would say more stressful, I guess. But if you're trying to get something for the lower price, that's how it is, man. That's how the game works. You want to get that 2-pack for $10? Well, it's not going to be an easy hunt because everybody else wants to get it for $10, right? So yeah, but yeah, I've been going to Ross way too much for my liking. But I got no problems with that because it's what it is. So, um, have I gave up on hunting for the question? Um, at this point, I would probably say yes, but I guess like no, not exactly. I'm just like, I'm just waiting for the day that it just randomly shows up at a Target or Walmart, and it's in the peg, and I just see it, and then I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna get it. I don't know if that day will ever come, but if it never comes, then it never comes because I don't know, man. Platinums are just a pain in the ass to hunt for. They are. I don't know how most people find their platinums. You guys are lucky if you find them, but like for me, I just don't have that luck to find the platinums at these places that I go to. It's they're always like gone. Either they're gone or they're just never in stock. I don't actually know. Because, every time I watch other people's toy hunt videos, I'm like, man, you guys got all the stock over there. And then I go to my place, like it's funny because after every toy hunt video, I actually go to the places that are near me, and there is nothing. It's just, it's just the same thing as usual. I see it, and I'm like, well, great. It's not. There's nothing here. It's a sad game. That's why, like to this day, you know, I think I said this in a few like videos before, maybe, or even a post. But I've been wanting to make toy hunt videos, but I really feel like there's no point of making them for my sake because I mean I'll still film them, I'll still try to, but the reason why I'm like demotivated to do them is because there's really no stock for me to show at the places I go to. Like it almost looks the same every time. So, and these are the only places I can frequent. Um, because it's not really worth driving too far out. Because I've done that before, going to like other locations that are, you know, closer to 2 hours away from me, just because I was like, maybe they might have something out here. Went to some of the stores in those places, they didn't have anything at all. Even when I went to San Francisco, I think last year, when the Titan wave came out, right? And I was looking for um the remaining two pieces that I needed for the Titan build wave for the Hulk size Beast Boy. I went to San Francisco to visit cousins and friends, and I was like, well, San Francisco is like a populated city, so there's no way that I'm gonna find anything here because like if there's people collecting stuff out here too, those Targets and well, mainly the Targets because I just went to Target, they're not gonna have anything. And I was right. They had nothing. So I don't think it matters how far I go out. It's just really random. It's like one store might have something and the other ones won't. So the hunting is just very difficult. It really is. It drains you of your energy. That's how I describe it. We need to set up a parameter around this location. Lock it down. No one in or out. How perfect. I too share this sentiment. None of you shall be leaving this place, nor shall any of you enter it. Looks like we got another Predacon on our hands. Those scans are also showing Maximal. Been Predacon, Maximal, and now Decepticon. I, Dinobot, am not limited by the lines drawn in your foolish war. Dinobot, you took a whole team name as your name? Grimlock is going to short circuit with rage when he hears about this. Dinobot, you are not a mindless drone. You must look within yourself. Run a diagnostic. See that you are being controlled for a dark purpose. Enough! Your pointless jabs and hollow words find no purpose here. I have a duty, and it shall be done. That it is all there is to know. An ancient evil awaits us. A foe that needs to be turned to a friend is before us, Commander. Your expertise is required. Alrighty. I believe this is going to be the final quest in this chapter for Act 3. I believe it will be, actually. So, but yeah, uh, yeah, toy hunting is tiring. It can be stressful, but it is still fun regardless. So, I'm still going to keep doing it. It will not stop me. Wait, is this the final quest? It looks like it is, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. Okay, I was right. Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All of Act 3, Chapter 4 is done. I will go back and make completion videos for it in the future, of course, when I can get my bots a little bit more stronger, but it will happen. Um, what I do for the next video, I guess we'll see, whatever I have planned. Maybe the gauntlet stuff again. I don't know. Um, but let's get out of there. And wow, Act 4 is unlocked. Look at that. That is cool. What do you get for completion? Oh, you get an Optimus Prime. Now that's cool. Let me take a look at that. Where is he? Oh, yay, look at that. There he is. Well, that will be it, I guess, for today's episode. If you found this enjoyable, I apologize that it is long, but again, these have become podcasts to me, so I just ramble. But if you found this video enjoyable, do give it a like. If you want to subscribe to my channel to keep up with Forge to Fight content or my action figure reviews that I do subscribe. Again, you don't have to if you don't want to. I make these videos for fun. And with that said, take care, and I will see you in the next video.